r/AskReddit by Redmond Dtes, who destroyed their own career within seconds by being an idiot. One of the managers I worked with. He was visiting a company site in another country. He went to a strip club and then on to a private room for a lap dance, whatever etc. Because he was traveling on work business, he of course claimed these costs on a company expense claim. We never saw him again. One of the girls in the customer support team at a previous company got absolutely blotto at the Christmas party, did a full strip show on a tabletop in front of all staff and their partners. Got right down to the skin before anyone could yank her down. We came to work the following Monday and her desk was just gone. Not just personal items packed up in a box, but the entire desk had been dismantled and taken out of the CS area. Apparently the CS manager was so furious about the situation that he wanted to send a message that she wasn't just fired, but was to be totally erased from company existence. The people on the Coldplay scam. The crazy thing is the dumbest thing they did was how they reacted, as many have said. If they had just waved and played it off, it never would have gone viral. Maybe someone in the crowd would have recognized them, but they would have had a better chance. This kid I worked with for a week at a sales job who tried to buy drugs off of a customer because, and I quote, "I don't know, they looked like they might have drugs." They did not have drugs, but they did have the number to corporate. The FBI agent that did the backflip in a bar dropped his gun, grabbed it, negligent discharge, someone was hit but lived, arrested, prosecuted, and terminated. Lived, arrested, prosecuted, and terminated. Honey, clear the kitchen wall. The new live laugh love just dropped. The white lady who called the cops on a black man who was bird watching in a public park and asked her to put her dog on a leash. When she called the police, she was screaming about a black man trying to get me, and he was this nerdy looking guy who watches birds. She had a very lucrative job at Franklin Templeton Investments. She was fired. Slobodan Jankovic. Basketball ball player who in a fit of temper during a game, following a referee's decision, smashed his head against a concrete pillar for the backboard and paralyzed himself in seconds. The video is hard to watch. A moment's rage and a lifetime's regret. I don't think she destroyed her career, but she certainly got fired. A colleague took a week off for a personal emergency and posted pictures of herself in Hawaii on social media. That executive at Campbell's for saying that their food is for poor people while someone was recording. That woman who tweeted that she was flying to Africa and she hoped she didn't get AIDS. She turned off her phone, and when she landed, she saw that her life exploded. Missouri Congress candidate Todd Akin using the term legitimate rape around 2012 on the campaign trail. It basically smoked his entire political career in about 2 seconds. A shop floor employee ended his 25-year career when he told his supervisor that he was going home and getting my shotgun and I'm going to show you how fucking serious I am. He then proceeded to leave, at which point the police were called, and when he showed back up, he was arrested. And yeah, he had his loaded shotgun in the car. What was he so pissed about? That mandatory overtime coincided with the opening day of fishing season, and he wasn't allowed to use paid time off to go fishing. Well, he missed 6 opening days of fishing season for that one. Because that's how long he spent in prison. Kind of the same situation. We had this big telecommunication pole outside of our plant. Probably 200 feet tall. Anyways, some dude at lunchtime, in the break room, in front of literally everybody, was talking about his new rifle. And how he was going to climb that pole and start picking people off. Within minutes, the police were called, and he was escorted off to jail. Really wild shit looking back. Former co-worker. Used to work for municipal government. He went on a sexist tirade against a co-op student who was the daughter of an elected representative. Terminated with cause within an hour. Gerald Ratner owned a ton of low-cost jewelry shops in the United Kingdom and over 1,000 in the United States. Ratner made a speech addressing a conference of the Institute of Directors at the Royal Albert Hall on the 23rd of April 1991. During the speech, he commented, "We also do cut glass sherry decanters complete with 6 glasses on a silver plated tray that your butler can serve you drinks on, all for £4.95. People say, how can you sell this for such a low price? I say, because it's total crap." He compounded this by going on to remark that one of the sets of earrings was cheaper than a prawn sandwich from Marks and Spencer's, but I have to say the sandwich will probably last longer than the earrings. The company lost £500 million in value within days as shares plummeted, and he left the following year. Will Smith. He lost it when he slapped Chris Rock. Anthony Weiner sent pics of his cookout, resigns from Congress. Then forgiven by the public, about to be mayor of New York City, then it comes out he's sexting teens. Double cancelled. Kristen Gray. She wrote an ebook on how she and her partner moved to Bali illegally by overstaying her visa to basically live the rich and pampered life because she's a rich American compared to Indonesian citizens. She promoted it all over Twitter and got her ass deported. Michigan State football coach Mel Tucker, who blew roughly $70 million by sexually harassing the anti-sexual harassment counselor. I wouldn't say he was an idiot per se, but Jeb Bush is defeated. Please clap was pretty much the end of his political career. I was a cable technician once. The guy who trained me got fired many months later because he bet a customer that he could guess her bra size. She didn't appreciate it. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.